All right, this is Street News on scene. I got a gentleman here who I saw, and he looks like he's pretty down on his luck. And I used to see you sleeping right here in the spot that you're sitting in. What's your name? Where you're from? And how did you end up here in this situation?
Well, my name's Mark Frain, F-R-A-I-N. My wife and I, we had purchased a beautiful home. We had 2 kids together. I had a good job. I was making $15.36 an hour back in '92, I believe it was. And well, all in all,
what trade? What kind of job was it?
I was a AAA chemical operator.
Okay.
Yeah, I operated mixers, and you had to check temperatures, and you had a lot to look after. If you lost a mix, you lost $10,000.
Wow.
Yeah, that mix is worth $10,000.
So how did you end up going from that to here?
Well, she had an affair.
This is your wife?
Yeah. She had an affair, and I tried, and I don't know.
Where were you living at the time?
On 90th Street.
90th Street.
Yeah, 1101 90th.
In Niagara Falls, New York?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in LaSalle.
Okay.
Yeah. And, well, she had an affair, and we never argued, ever. But, after this happening, and I trusted her. We had a joint bank account. I never asked to see her pay stub. It's none of my business, To me, it was none of my business. That's just the way I was. I would cash my check, put it in the cupboard. She would help herself, whatever, But
So when you caught her cheating, what happened after that?
Things went downhill. Like I said, we never argued. Things got ugly. Things got really ugly. Yeah. We were arguing all the time.
Did you own the house or did she own the house?
It was in both our names.
Both of our names. How'd you end up losing it?
Oh, well, I didn't lose it. I just took my clothes, my car, and left.
After you found her cheating?
Yeah.
So...
Because things were getting ugly. And the kids had never seen us argue, ever.
Mm-hmm.
But I just, okay, she really acted like she didn't want to try and work things out or anything.
So who did you stay with after you left?
I took care of my mom.
Okay.
She was dying of emphysema.
Okay, what happened with her?
Well, she died, and I met up with this, Donnie Myers, his name is. I met up with him, and he gave me a job grinding out stumps in Richmond, Virginia.
Mm-hmm. So
I was there for like 8 years, grinding out stumps.
What brought you back to Niagara Falls?
Well, my kids, and plus he was not a good person to work for,
What happened with the kids?
Well, everything, their mom was still alive when I come back,
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I took care of my mom up until she died. I went to Richmond for about 8 years. I came back here. Their mom was still alive, and, well, she just got into bad things, and 45 years old, she had a massive heart attack. And, she was, my son had said to me, Dad, 3 days before Mom died, I came walking in the house, and she was sitting at the kitchen table, cooking something up in a spoon. So I'm thinking it had to be heroin, I mean, what else would you be cooking up, I mean, I don't know.
Was it heroin?
I really don't know. But
that's something you saw. Where was that, in 90th Street?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
I've known all these neighbors for many years.
So how come you weren't able to take over the house You said she passed away? How come you didn't move back into the house on 90th Street?
One of the biggest mistakes I ever... When she passed, I should have moved back home.
Okay.
But, I didn't know, really what was going on. Oh, the kids moved back.
Mm-hmm.
The kids moved in with their grandma.
Okay.
So...
Where was that at? Was that the same house?
No, on 100th Street.
100th Street?
Off of Cayuga there.
So the house on 90th was empty?
Yeah,
after they moved?
It was empty for like 2 years from what I...
So where were you staying?
No, it was empty for a year from what I hear.
Oh, okay. Where were you staying while it was empty?
On the streets.
How come?
I don't know. I wish I knew. I wish I had an answer for that. I don't know. I just stayed on the streets. Yeah, and I went back when I heard there was. Well,
yeah, a lot of people are gonna see this. They're not gonna understand. You know what I mean?
I don't understand. To be honest with you, I don't understand. I don't know why I didn't go back home. I really.
Was it maybe? Was there an addiction involved, or was there like an issue that happened at the house that you just?
No, I don't know. I really don't have an answer for that. The only thing that, even after my daughter had said to me, "Dad, I know your situation, come on home." I says, "All right, honey, but I gave it 3 months. And the one night, my buddy dropped me off, and I walked in the house,
So what's stopping you from going back to 90th Street now to go move back into your house? Do you still own the house?
Yeah.
So what's stopping you?
So far until they take it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right now they condemned it.
Okay.
The last I heard, they actually told me when all the officers were there. They says...
How come there were officers at the house?
Because they raided the place.
How come they raided it?
Because of all the calls they'd gotten over the last 2 years, and they were watching the place. My son is,
Why were they watching it?
Because my son...
What did he do?
He was dealing pot.
Oh.
Yeah, he was selling... And they watched him. They were watching.
So,
I told them.
He didn't live with his grandmother? I thought he lived with his...
No, they both moved into the house after a year after my wife died.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter and son moved into the house, and the place was absolutely crazy. Absolute animal house. It was crazy.
So they got in trouble and they condemned the house after they raided it?
They looked for anything to condemn the house.
Were you in the house when that happened or no?
Yeah.
So you got arrested?
No. I didn't get arrested until I was sitting out on the porch watching the place because all the doors are broke. I'm sure it's going to be dismissed,
Yeah.
But yeah.
Is that the only thing that you've ever gotten in trouble for?
Yeah. I have no record whatsoever. Nothing.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing.
So, have you ever gone to the hospital for maybe mental health issues or anything like that?
No.
So there's no mental health issues at all?
No, none whatsoever. No.
Yeah. So you said that there's a lot of people that would wonder. There's the homeless shelter on Buffalo Avenue.
They're full.
Have you ever been there before? Or?
Yeah, I was there. I was there twice.
Twice.
I stayed there. Well, they only let me stay there 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I was sleeping right over here off of Main Street, kinda.
Mm-hmm.
A tree grows down like this to the ground, the branches. So I crawled under that, and I was sleeping there. And somebody, I don't know how but somebody spotted me sleeping there. I don't know how they ever saw me, but they did. Cop pulled up. And, he kind of went, put, whoop! And I wake up, and he did it again, whoop! So I come crawling out, and he says, how you doing? I says, I've been better. And he says, are you homeless? I said, yeah. he says, well, come on, I'll take you to the Hiawatha down there on Buffalo Avenue. See if I can get you a room.
Mm-hmm.
So he took me down there, and they said to the officer, yes, he was here not long ago, but he was supposed to go to social services, and he never did. And that's true.
How come you didn't do that?
I don't, I just didn't, I don't know. I just, like, the heck with that place,
You don't like social services?
No.
How come?
Not at all. Because it's like, there's times where I didn't receive something in the mail to recertify.
Mm-hmm.
I'm cut off.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't receive it. When I started working, they claimed, here's another one. They said that I missed a month of work, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was this is the funny part, but they said I missed a month of work. I was supposed to work in July.
Yeah.
And I was supposed to receive my work schedule June 23rd. Now, I said, I can't think of his name. But anyways, I never received a work schedule, but I ended up,
how long have you been on the streets here in Niagara Falls?
It's got to be close to 2 years.
2 years. What are some of the things that anything happened to you when you're out here homeless in the streets?
I've heard gunshots. I usually find a dark place to curl up in, real dark. I was sleeping in this other park. Well, it's not a park. I don't know what you can call it. But it was down Ferry. I was sleeping on this, it's weird shaped bench.
Yeah.
And, but I was sleeping on there one night, and it was about 2, 3 in the morning. And all hell broke loose. These two black guys it happened so fast I didn't even get to react. They beat the hell out of this black girl. Took her phone, took her money, they were gone. I mean, they were gone just like that. Yeah. Other than that, I've been lucky. It's pretty dangerous out there.
Do you have a drive to go back home? Do you want to go back home? I can't imagine how this could be comfortable. I saw you curled up next to the. I'm sorry, I apologize. I saw you curled up next to the
heater.
Yeah, the heater here, and how come you don't want to go back home?
Well, I can't. It's condemned, and they're in the process of taking it.
So, and there's no other places. There's no other.
I've had. I said to my sister just the other day. Believe it or not.
Hang on a minute. I'll call you right back.
Believe it or not, if these places would let people smoke, there would be a lot more people like that want to get help, heroin addicts, and what have you. And it's true. A lot of people, as soon as they find out they cannot smoke, they turn away. It's like people don't realize the power of addiction with cigarettes. It's a powerful addiction, And
so cigarettes I'm confused. So, what? I think I'll go back to the original question.
You can't. The thing is it's bad enough you're trying to quit one thing, like drugs or whatever, let alone quit two at the same time.
Okay.
Patches don't help.
Yeah.
So
you were addicted to drugs?
No.
Well, what do you see your future as? Would you have an aspiration to go back home, or do you?
I'm gonna have to kind of find out what my options are. I have no idea what my options are right now.
If somebody wants to help you, how can they get a hold of you?
They can probably call my sister.
What's her name and what's her phone number?
Her name's Michelle Parker,
Mm-hmm.
and it's 297-9542.
9542. All right. Well, we're gonna see what we can do. Maybe see if we can get some information or something like that, and have them call her up and see what's going on, because it's very, it's hurt to.
Well, she's she's on me. She's on me about me with my beer.
Right. Right.
I mean, she is. So she's probably gonna mention that.
All right.
But other than that, I mean, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's nice to meet you again. What was your name again?
My name's Mark.
Mark
Frain.
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 All right. Thank you very much, Mark. And this is Niagara Falls Street News signing out.